Well, welcome back to another extremely hot March day here in Florida. I just can't get over how hot of a stretch that we're on right now. We're no relief in sight. It's supposed to be almost 90 degrees tomorrow, so that's just blowing my mind. I don't ever remember this many consecutive 80 and bumping 90-degree days this early in the year. So we'll see what happens. I'm back in my summertime apparel, and we're going to build those last 3 garden beds today. So that's what's on the agenda. Plus I have to finish bracing everything off. Once I get those built, we can go get the tractor, start scooping up some compost, filling these up, and then we'll go get to planting. Thanks for watching. I bought this old cheap miter saw stand from Harbor Freight, and I've actually been pretty impressed with it up to this point. I think I've had it about a year, no issues with it, and I love the adjustability of it. All right, well, as you can see behind me, I have my first section done. So I'm gonna build another one of these identical, put it on top. And I'm making some of these gigantic stakes because I've got to screw this together in the middle. And I'm gonna drive these down in the ground. That way when I put my next section on, I've got something to screw it into, plus all these seams and joints. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out real quick, and then we'll get this other section on top. Well, y'all, I hate to admit it. Please don't be mad, but I've been cheating on you. I didn't mean to. The temptation was way too strong. Let me show you what I mean. Well, y'all, let me show you what I mean here. I was at the vegetable store the other day, or feed and seed store, buying my seeds. They had some of these plants sitting outside, and I got the old green thumb crackhead itch, and I just couldn't stand it. I had to pick me up some. So I went ahead and grabbed a couple trays of zucchini plants, and I never ever buy them by plant because it's so much cheaper to buy by seed. But they're out front looking all nice and pretty. I figure I can go ahead and get some going. Plus I've got this bed sitting over here not doing much. And they had a bunch of beautiful looking pepper plants. So I got some red and yellow bell pepper. And now I got a friend that's growing me some jalapenos and green bell peppers, and I believe he got some other kind of peppers that I may get from him as well, that I'll put out there in this garden. So yeah, I cheated on you. Went ahead and planted them, bought some. I couldn't stand it. This was sitting over here. I wanted to go ahead and be growing something too. This is all that was left of my fall garden. Got 3 heads of cabbage left. They may make it, they may not in this heat. You can already see that I've got some grasshoppers or worms showing up. That's just what I'm afraid of with all this early heat that we have. So this little bed, it's going to get used along with everything out here. Let me show you where I'm at. I'm gonna go ahead and knock the video off here. It's mighty late in the day, and I just do not have time to go ahead and fill everything with compost. So the next video will be me filling these and planting the seed. This is one complete bed. I still have to finish the rest, but just to give you an idea. Got all the blocks in the corner for strength there, so the ends don't split. Inside corner reinforced. And I decided to go ahead and make me some 2x4 pressure treat wooden stakes, drive them quite a ways down into the ground with a sledgehammer, and I've got the side screwed in there. That way on these longer runs when I fill it with compost, I was afraid these sides were going to try to buckle on me. So this is exactly how I'm going to do the rest of these. I just didn't want to bore you with that. You can see I went ahead and did 2 little 4x4s right here, because I'm trying to utilize all the space in here I can, keep it symmetrical, and keep it looking good, you know. That's one awesome thing about a raised bed garden. Just visually, they look so much better than a regular in the ground garden. So these little 4x4s, I'll probably throw some more pepper plants in them. And then here's the old big potato bed. Got big stakes somewhat in the ground there. I may wind up putting some posts down if I feel like these sides are going to buckle, because it's going to have a tremendous amount of weight in there. But you can see a nice, really deep bed. That should be sufficient for potatoes. They definitely don't grow no deeper than that, at least not the kind that I grow. So that's going to be a fun bed right here. And if I don't do potatoes, I've got a nice higher working bed that I can plant anything I want. So here it is. Still got a couple pieces of lumber left. I'm almost tempted to go to town and buy 2 more pieces and make, say, 2 4x12 beds over there or on the back side. But I'm gonna go get all my compost and put in here probably day after tomorrow, plant my seeds, and I want to see how much compost that I have left. And I forgot to give dimensions on the last video, but basically what I've made is 4x12s. Obviously the insides are 8 foot. So you've got 8 foot lumber, 4x, that way I could buy a bunch of 12 footers and not have much waste. On these 8 foot pieces, that's what, when I lobbed the 4 foot off, so what gave me the ends there. So everything is 4x something. 4x12s, this one's a 4x15, those are 4x4s. And the reason I did that, so all my walking paths are 4 foot as well. So this is just the OCD in me wanting everything to look the same. Walking path, the same width as the garden beds. I think it's going to look really sharp and nice once I start putting all my chip mulch down here. I get to start working on those fence rows out there. I'm gonna layer this real thick. That'll keep the weed competition and grass down. So I think it's gonna look real good. Maybe down the road, I might potentially put rock in here, have it looking really sharp. That's a lot of money, and I've done spent enough on this project, so I think I'm gonna cool it for a little bit. So now what's left is to come back, kill this grass off in here. I'll do that with my weed burner, make a few passes. It's not as bad as it looks. That thing is very powerful. And I'll probably show that on one of the videos. Just come through, sweep through here, burn everything up. You don't even really have to burn it. All you have to do is just get the grass to actually pop, and what you're doing is boiling the fluid on the inside and breaking down the cellular structure. So I'll make a quick sweep through here a couple different times, kill everything off, layer it in mulch. Then we've got to come back and build a big perimeter fence around this to keep the deer out. And like I said in the last video, if you didn't see, the reason I've left this as wide as it is so I can drive my tractor straight in here, fill with compost. I can drive in here and dump mulch year after year to keep this thing looking nice and neat. So that's purposely why it's the width that it is. And I'll make me a nice swinging open gate right here that will be in this outside perimeter fence when I get done. And I'm probably gonna carry the fence way back, because on the back side, like I said, I may add 2 more beds, and I'm probably gonna plant something like blueberries, maybe even a grapevine back there, something like that I wanna try to keep the animals out of. Well, hopefully y'all enjoyed this episode. Like I said, next one will be me filling these, planting, and then throughout the next few months, I'll come out here and give updates, show the garden off, show the vegetables we're getting out of it. And if you watch our outdoor channel, link is in the description. I do a lot of cooking on there, so you'll see me pull things out of the garden here to cook with some of the, say, fish and other types of animals that I get on that channel. I hope y'all are staying happy and healthy as this virus runs around the world. Thank y'all so much for watching.